Hey there and welcome. Today, we're going to crack the secret code of the English language, idioms. You know those colorful, sometimes totally baffling phrases that native speakers just throw out there? Getting a handle on these is a huge step towards sounding truly fluent. So, let's dive right in.
I mean, we've all been there, right? Someone says something like, it's raining cats and dogs, and you're kind of left wondering if you should be looking for actual animals falling from the sky. Yeah, that exact kind of confusion is what we're going to clear up today.
So here's the deal. The number one rule with idioms, you just can't translate them word for word. It doesn't work. The entire phrase takes on this brand new figurative meaning. Think of them like conversational shortcuts. And today, we're going to unpack some of the most common ones you'll hear.
All right, first up, let's talk about a situation I'm pretty sure we've all been in. You're putting in all this work, you're trying your best, but things are just not working out. Well, English has some fantastic idioms for that exact feeling. Our first one is spinning your wheels. You can almost picture it, can't you? Imagine a car stuck in the mud, the tires are just spinning and spinning, but the car is going absolutely nowhere. And yep, that's exactly what it means. You're working so hard, putting in all this effort, but you're just not making any real progress. It's that super frustrating feeling of being busy, but not actually being productive.
So here it is in a sentence. You can really feel that frustration, right? It's not that the person is lazy, not at all. It's that they're working hard, but the plan itself just isn't working. So, zero progress.
Okay, let's move on to our next one. Beating a dead horse. This one kind of takes that idea of wasted effort and kicks it up a notch.
So, if spinning your wheels is about not getting anywhere, beating a dead horse is about trying to do something that has zero chance of ever succeeding. You know, the debate is over, the decision's been made, but there's always that one person who just will not let it go.
Yeah, you'll hear this a lot, maybe in a meeting or an argument. It's a pretty direct way of saying, look, this topic is done. Let's move on because we're getting absolutely nowhere with this.
All right, so we've talked about wasted effort, but what about when your effort is just aimed in the totally wrong direction? That's what this next section is all about. Confusion, miscommunication, that kind of thing.
And the big one for this category is barking up the wrong tree. This one gives you such a great mental image, right? Just picture a dog barking its head off at the bottom of a tree, totally convinced that a squirrel is up there.
But surprise, the squirrel is actually in the tree right next to it. So that's the whole idea behind the idiom. It's all about misdirection. You're blaming someone or looking for an answer in completely the wrong spot. Here's a classic way you'd hear it used. It's a really strong way to deny something. The person is basically saying, hey, you're blaming the wrong person. I didn't do it. You need to look somewhere else.
Okay, for our last section, let's get into a feeling that is way too common, just being completely overwhelmed. Oh man, we've all been there, right? You say yes to one too many things, and all of a sudden you feel like you're just drowning in work. And the first idiom for this is just so perfectly descriptive: to have bit off more than you can chew. I mean, seriously, picture taking a massive bite of a burger. It's so big you literally can't even chew it. That's the feeling.
So the core idea here is really simple. Overcommitment. You took on a job, a project, something that's just too big for you to handle at the moment.
You'll often hear people use this about themselves, kind of like a confession. It's a way to say, you know what, I was a little too ambitious, and now I'm really struggling to keep up. It's about admitting that, hey, maybe you took on too much.
All right, our last idiom today is asleep at the wheel. Now, this one's a little different. It's less about you personally taking on too much and more about someone failing at their job.
I mean, the image is pretty serious, right? Someone literally asleep while driving a car. It perfectly captures that idea of dangerous inattention. Somebody was supposed to be in charge, they were supposed to be watching, but they weren't paying attention at all.
And here's how you'd hear it used, usually to place blame. It's not just saying the manager was busy. Oh no, it's stronger than that. It implies they were being negligent. They weren't doing their job when it mattered most, and because of that, a problem started or got a whole lot worse.
So let's do a quick recap. We've just put together a really handy little toolkit of idioms, right? We've got phrases for when your efforts fail, phrases for when you're totally misunderstanding something, and phrases for that feeling of being completely overwhelmed.
And this is why this stuff is so important. See, idioms aren't just weird, quirky little phrases. They're actually tools. They let you say a really big, complex idea in a very short, vivid way. They just add so much color and personality to the way you speak.
So now, I'm going to turn it over to you.
As you go about your week, listen for these. And hey, maybe even try to use one. So my question is, which idiom are you going to use first? Thanks for joining me.